My name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tawengavengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, Lautoka wins IDC tournament. Man dies in an accident. And bus drivers raise concerns on their pay.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Amrita Sagar.
The Lautoka football side has won the court's inter-district title, defeating Ba 5 points to 4 on penalty kicks. The teams were locked at 1-1 after extra time as the match had to be decided on the dreaded penalty kicks. Rohit Deo with the story.
Onto the field here.
It was building up to be the clash of the year and it did live up to its expectations. Elijah Tuila was given the marching orders early in the match for an off-the-ball incident.
And he goes across and a red card.
Lautoka kept pressing though as Samuel Adundru got fouled inside the box.
Still Samuel Adundru, and it's a penalty as Samuel Adundru gets brought down from behind.
Zebras have first half penalty, so Lautoka lead 1-0.
And places it, and Zebras has opened the account for the design engineering Lautoka side. Then to Dundru. Dundru turns away from Lysenia Rora again.
Things got from bad to worse for Ba as Lysenia Rora was red carded for this foul on Dundru.
On that far side, and Lysenia Rora wanting to go and punch, and Ba get a red
Abu Zaid equalized for Ba in the second spell to send the match into extra time. Ba lost Solawanga as well for this second bookable offence just before the end of extra time. Both teams missed numerous opportunities in extra time as they failed to find the winner. However, they successfully converted their first 3 penalty kicks.
Well done.
In comes the kick, Mavilako, but he does make a...
And, disappointed.
He places and it is 4-3. Dave Randingi guy comes in, places it. And
Replacement goalkeeper Senrusi Mbukini proved to be the hero for Lautoka as he saved penalties from Meli Dondro and Malakai Rakula.
5-4. Meli comes, places it, and he's safe.
Finish.
And it is the design engineering Lautoka side.
Congratulations.
Congratulations
to Lautoka.
17.
Ba is a very good side. They played a lot of possession football, and I think this is the best team that has played possession football against Lautoka. And we were unlucky, we got a red card in the first minute, so we had to restructure the team and go on counter-attack.
The prize money, we will share it amongst the boys, and there will be a top-up of another $22,000 for the players, as this was a long overdue victory for Lautoka.
Lautoka received $22,000 for winning the tournament. Rohit Deo, FBC News.
A 57-year-old man of Solevo village of Malolo Island died in a road accident along Denarau Road in Nandi yesterday. Nandi police confirmed to FBC News that the driver died on the spot before he was rushed to the Nandi hospital. It is alleged the victim, along with his 3 other passengers, were drunk and drove onto the opposite lane, causing a head-on collision with another private vehicle. The passengers sustained minor injuries along with driver of the other vehicle. The accident happened at around 11 a.m. The investigation continues. The revival of the Transport Workers Union has nothing to do with e-ticketing. This was confirmed to FBC News by the Union General Secretary Kamlesh Kumar. Senia Nimboila reports.
The Transport Workers Union is up and running again, not because of the e-ticketing system, but due to the concerns raised by the union members.
We realize and we have spoken to this group of workers, and main reason as we see it is poor wages and poor working conditions. If it is to do with e-ticketing, that's something that we don't know. Probably the bus owners or the bus drivers know.
Kumar adds the union is ready to collaborate with the employers in an effort to address these issues.
Conditions is one that they have to start very early in the morning, and most of them they start without having breakfast, and they are there. In many cases, when we sit down and talk to these drivers, some drivers drive continuously for 12 hours, 13 hours with no meal, I mean, we got to like walk out. What we want to do is we don't want to fight with the bus owners, but we want to walk with them to see how we can all move together. I mean.
He adds the union believes in effective dialogue with the employers, bearing in mind the requirements of the employer, the government, the general public and the welfare of the drivers. The Fiji Bus Operators Association was contacted earlier today for a comment, and they have confirmed that they will respond tomorrow. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
Fiji Sugar Corporation has announced a final sugarcane payment to all sugarcane farmers at $9.59 per tonne. This brings the total sugarcane payment for last year to $82, nearly 7% increase over the total 2015 payment. The final sugarcane payment will be paid out in 2 installments, with a $6.54 payment before Diwali and a $3.05 payment to be paid out in January. The final sugarcane payment of $9.59 is composed of a 44-cent wash-up payment and a $9.15 top-up from government in recognition of the ongoing difficulties faced by sugarcane farmers due to the massive damage caused by Cyclone Winston. Minister for Sugar, Vorengembani Marama, says the top-up to the final sugarcane payment was part of a larger program of assistance and reform to expand the critical role of the sugarcane industry in growing the Fijian economy. Well, still to come, hundreds gathered for Dandiya competition. And tonight, we bring you the success story of charity worker Sanoj Raj. Stay with us.
Moala rarada ranavika, o tikongona tauna singatoka, ando talisaka na vakaronga ng Bula FM, number 2 na sere.
Ya dora subuni kurna bili, ibora ni batu karaham para binaranga, do talitakinan na vakaronga ng Bula FM, number 2 na sere. Bula!
Despite the ban on selective fireworks a few years ago, businesses have noticed an increase in the sales of fireworks. One of the oldest importers of fireworks, Mahesh Syndicate, says there is more competition as more businesses are now selling fireworks. Pranita Prakash reports.
A lot has changed since the inception of selling fireworks, as it used to be limited to a few shops back in the days. But now it's a different story.
Competition is very rife. Consumers got the options of buying either really cheap ones or they can buy the expensive ones. It's up to them. The market is very open now. Before, like 20 years ago, you couldn't buy in supermarket. You know, very rare. Some supermarkets will sell, not all. Now you get in all supermarkets. So people go the grocery shopping, they can buy there too.
Kumar says the safety of its consumers is their priority.
For importers like us, we are more concentrating on safety and quality, and we don't compromise on that. So, you know, the good thing is now the consumers have the options of buying a variety of fireworks, and also, as you are aware, that many of the fireworks are very restricted now. We are only limited to certain items that we can import in, and I think most have, almost all the importers have adhered to those requirements.
Officers from the Mineral Resource Department are already inspecting and monitoring the sale of fireworks.
For retailers, they are not allowed to be selling fireworks to underage children, to minors, only to adults over 18 years old. So anyone under 18 is not allowed to be purchasing or to be sold fireworks.
People can still use fireworks from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. daily, and on the day of Diwali, fireworks can be used from 5 p.m. till midnight. Those who do not abide by the time can face a penalty of $400 or face 6 months imprisonment. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
The sharing of talents and knowledge from senior citizens to younger generations is one of the major aims of the Golden Oldies Club in the Rewa province. While celebrating the Senior Citizens Day with more than 300 elderly yesterday, Golden Oldies Chairman Aporosa Tunguvo says that people should learn a lot from the elders to better understand life. Seniani Mboila has more.
Senior citizens have a lot of talents to share, and for them, this needs to be passed on to the next generation.
Most of these senior citizens here are former school teachers. Some of them are nurses. Some of them are doctors. Some of them are engineers. So to speak, they have a talent, so they can pass it
to the younger generation.
The Rewa province took time out yesterday to recognize the contributions made by senior citizens who have done so much for the province and for Fiji.
Today's occasion is something special for our senior citizens because most of them, I could say that maybe this is our last journey to Nusori. And we are grateful, the committee of the Golden Oldies Club, to host them this year.
While officiating at the celebration, Divisional Planning Officer Central, Orea Reinima thanked them for keeping Fiji's culture and tradition alive.
Always you have helped raise and cultivate the character of people who are now teachers, nurses, doctors, lawyers, and leaders around the country and around the world. For that, we thank you.
About 350 senior citizens were part of the celebrations from the 12 villages in the province of Rewa. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
People from all walks of life turned up at the Damodar City Car Park in Suva last night to witness the Mirchi FM Dandiya dance competition. Mirchi FM program director Renuka Gounder says the event was a success as it showcased the talents of many young people.
It was overwhelming to see many races coming together to form a group and taking part in the Dandiya dance competition, which is a traditional folk dance performed using sticks.
They've done this competition for the first time ever in Fiji, and it's like awesome. The crowd here is awesome. As you can see, the crowd is huge. So Dandiya is just one competition where we use these Dandiya sticks, and then that is how they go about dancing in circles. And it's fun, and it's traditional. They dress up in a traditional costume.
Many say the competition was an opportunity to share an early spirit of Diwali with all Fijians.
This contest actually brings out the talent, the hidden talent of our youngsters.
It brings all walks of people together, and it's a great way of promoting multiculturalism and celebrating each other's culture.
We're just dancing to show Durga Ma that how happy we are of what she has given us.
The Guju gang won the Dandiya competition, walking away with $500.
One of the biggest competition organized by Mirchi FM, and we are the first winner. So I must say this is very exciting for us, and we are very happy. Diwali is coming, right? So we might spend it in buying clothes for us now and firecrackers. Yeah.
Best dressed male went to Rahul Parmar and best dressed female was awarded to Neha Chand. They both walked away with $250 each. Meanwhile, the best couple dance was awarded to Jeshhal and Amisha, who won $300. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
From a rural area in Lambasa to being a founder of a charity organization in Australia. This was the humble beginning of Saroj Raj, who always goes out of her way to help the underprivileged, knowing she was once one herself. In our successful Fijian segment tonight, we take a look at how a mother of two beat all the odds to help those who face the same thing she went through in her younger days. Anna Ravulo tells us her story.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Growing up without a mother was difficult for Saroj Raj, but that did not deter her from her dream being a mother figure not only to her two sons, but to many underprivileged children who she calls her own.
To do charity, it's never been taught in primary, secondary or universities. It's never been said like how your wallet is, about an empty wallet or an empty stomach. So the people who have gone through this, like especially one of me, I would say I've been very underprivileged. Actually, my mom had died when I was born. Never even saw her. So was a lot of pleasure living with all the communities and getting helped. And that's why I came to understand what charity was. As you feel for the others. So that is the only reason why I picked up charity.
Starting her long-term dream was not easy, but it was her struggles during her younger days that motivated her.
In 2003, when there was a very big disaster in Fiji, I started to cry. It was one of my days off. I started to cry. And whole day I was crying, thinking how could I help my Fiji. So I spoke to my husband and some families. We had a little religious group where we collected like about 13,000 Fijian dollars, which I volunteered to come to Fiji and went to up to Ondu Point. That was very far where I have never even been. So I helped the underprivileged, the schools and other people. And after that, I was still doing charity with some of my friends and teammates. And later, I formally formed a club in 2011, and that is called Saroj Care Fiji.
Mostly raised by her auntie, the 57-year-old says that she was brought up by other villagers as well, and they did their utmost best for her.
And that is one of the reasons when I go back home, I feel everybody is my own. I'm not able to think like who is mine and who is not mine. So everybody becomes my family and friends. And after suffering all those, going through all those, I decided, I saw some people. I have been even to Dilkusha home last year and this year as well, few months ago. I brought a container of clothes for them. We fed the Dilkusha home children. And that makes me feel like what I did not have in my life, I can feel the same for the other people.
Raj adds that she is now living her dream.
But in my mind, I always wanted to be a charity worker. So that was the feeling. And I think to do charity, miss, it does not have to be taught. You must have those feelings. And every time with my club members and the help of others, whatever cent I have raised, I always believed that that wasn't mine. It had to go to the right place and to the right people. And if it is done the right way, that's the only time when you go to bed you feel that satisfaction that I have done the right.
Raj, who left for Australia yesterday, says that she will continue to do what she loves, and that is to help anyone who is in need. Anna Rovulo, FBC News.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
And sports after the break, Courts IDC wrap up.
I'm under of whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Tano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the...
As mentioned earlier, Lautoka has won the Courts Inter-District Championship, defeating Ba 5 points to 4 on penalty kicks earlier this afternoon. Meanwhile, the Nandronga football side has won the senior division title, coming from a goal down to beat Navua 2 points to 1 in extra time. Rohit Deo with the story.
And then the shot through by
Ilavi Katonimbao scored in the first half to give Navua a 1-0 lead at half-time.
Katonimbao in the 38th minute of play. Navua intercept as they haven't brought in the replacement for Savedi, and a foul on Shivanil Singh. It'll be a free kick to the...
Navua Simeone Maikali was sent off in the second spell, which saw the Stallions taking advantage and getting the equalizer in the 94th minute through Tomasi Tuizakau.
Satareki Vola turns and Satareki Vola, and the 49th minute right on the dot is equalized for the Nandronga side.
Tuizakau proved to be his team's hero, scoring the winner in the first spell of extra time.
Tomasi Tuizakau now is with a chance, and yes, Tomasi Tuizakau.
Tuizakau scooped the Golden Boot Award in the senior division with 6 goals. Nandronga Shelvin Singh won the player of the tournament, while teammate Paul Lambuke is the new find of the tournament. Navua's Dawson Naidu was the player of the day in the senior division for the final day. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, the Ba football side qualified to the final of the Courts IDC, thumping Suva 5-0 in the semi-final last night. Here are the goals.
So from that far touchline side, Solowanga playing it through in the way Nambania. Samuel Nambania plays it across in Mugasiti Veni Davulangi, then in the way, and the first shot by Naren Rao. 4 minutes, they allowed it to happen. Suva allowed it to happen, and in the 4th minute of play, Naren Rao has put Ba up by 1-0. Turns again, waits, comes in with a cross, a low one it is, and an in by Nambania. Again a low cross, the Suva defenders, and then in the 34th minute of play, a good ball. Then driving one it is to Navuninga Sao, to Tevita Koroi, and Koroi makes the mistake. Melidondro, and Melidondro will race away. Still Melidondro walks it in, and the mistake by Tevita Koroi. Then in the 42nd minute of play,
we will have a hard game, huh? Hard game. Oh, good pass.
And Ba coming to attack again, and Nambania in the 2nd minute of play. Again the super defense, and Nambania punishes them in the 2nd half.
The boss of our team.
Ba coming to attack. Kishan Sami inside. Then they leave it for Naren Rao. And Naren Rao. And in the 14th minute of play, Naren Rao has made it 5-0.
Former Lambasa football rep Filippo Nongunu was in scintillating form as he scored 4 tries to help Queensland country thump the Greater Sydney Rams 57-31 in the National Rugby Championship yesterday. Nongunu becomes the 4th player in NRC's history to score 4 tries in one match. He now leads the try scorers list, having scored 10 tries in the competition already. Fiji women's hockey side has won the gold medal at the Oceania Intercontinental Cup final in Australia. Fiji defeated Samoa 5-2 in the final this afternoon. Vanuatu took out the gold in the men's division, defeating Samoa 11-1 in the final. The tournament was a shorter version of the game, which featured 5-a-side based format. Flying Fijians first 5'8" Ben Volavola played an influential role for North Harbour as they thumped Taranaki 66-33. Counties Manukau ended its Mitre 10 Cup campaign on a high, thumping Tasman 52-30 in its last match. Down to 13 men at one stage, the home side showed a lot of courage to finish their season with a win. Generally fine weather conditions was experienced over the country today. Looking at the west, it was a beautiful day with sunshine for most areas. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, sunny spells with humid conditions during the day, a bit of cloud in some areas in the afternoon. All the way up in the north, it was a hot day with Lambasa hitting the highest temperature of 34 degrees. At sea, moderate easterly winds, moderate to rough seas. And for the tides, high tide tomorrow morning will be at 9:44 with low tide at 2:06 in the afternoon. Sunrise will be at 5:36. Now for tomorrow, cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern parts and the interior of the larger islands is expected. Elsewhere, it should be fine apart from isolated afternoon or evening showers. Looking further on to Tuesday, it will be fine apart from a few brief showers. Recapping the main stories, Lautoka wins IDC tournament. Man dies in an accident and bus drivers raise concerns on their pay. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. To our poll question, this week we're asking, can the Fiji Bati win the Rugby League World Cup? Visit our FPC website to answer. Well, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fpcnews@fpc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FPC News, or you can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FPC News or simply hashtag FPC News. That was your FPC News for tonight. Until next time, good night.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची FM सुनती हूँ। मिर्ची FM is number 1. It's so hot.
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची FM सुनो अच्छा लगे। मिर्ची FM is hot.
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेकी से मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची FM सुनते हैं। मिर्ची FM is hot. I love मिर्ची FM.
हमें स्पिन टोटो हुआ कि मिर्ची FM में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.